Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 3DXL podcast. My name is Ray. You can find me on social media over on Twitter and Twitch at RAY200123. Alongside me, as always, the co-host of the 3XL podcast, Dee. How you doing, bro?
Why 200-123?
I'll explain that another time, bro. It's a long story, and I'd rather not get into that, to be honest. But that's for a different topic. Remind me to bring that up one next time on Twitch if I have to. But huh?
I said word up.
So we do have, as far as a decent pay-per-view card, in my opinion, Forbidden Door coming up Sunday, June 30th. We do have, as far as the Forbidden Door, the door, I believe they did announce, as far as AEW Forbidden Door, that's pretty much is going to sell out as far as 10,000 tickets. That's a $1 million gate. Shout out to New York.
Expensive.
Shout out to New York, y'all, real one. But I'm sure Tony Khan is very, very happy with that. But given the circumstances of it, this is actually a very unique Forbidden Door because you have pretty much 4 different promotions coming together for this specific paper with AEW, New Japan, CMLL, Stardom, and in a way, kind of AAA in a way. But I'm very much looking forward to as far as how unique this card is. But we'll go into the.
And them tickets were expensive.
You know what? Now that you said that, how much was it? Because I know you were thinking about it, but what was the cost?
Where I wanted to sit cost $3 and change.
That I mean, it's not too bad, brother, but
it's not terrible.
I mean,
but it wasn't close either.
No, but anyway, we'll get into the buy-in. The buy-in is kind of whatever, but this one I thought was kind of a meh match, but it's actually for the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament Qualifier. We have Mariah May going against Saraya. This one, there's no as far as odds at the moment because they kind of inserted it, but I assume Mariah May was probably going to end up winning this match, probably end up winning the tournament itself, and challenging likely the women's champion, which I think is Toni Storm, but that probably will pay off at Wembley. I will take Mariah Stratton or Tiffany May. Who you got?
I got Mariah Stratton. Don't take my shit, bro. don't steal my shit.
I mean,
we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
So we'll talk about Toni Storm later on as far as what's happening. No,
I'm just talking about calling
this match. Yes,
Mariah May, Tiffany Stratton. I mean, calling her Mariah Stratton and calling Tiffany Stratton Tiffany May.
I know that, but I'm just saying, like, do you think? I mean, do you anticipate Mariah May is going to probably head to Wembley and challenge?
Oh yeah, probably. They need to pay off this whole storyline with her and Toni.
I mean, it's been kind of like a weird feud, but the build-up is kind of weird with Toni and Mirna, or whatever her name is. Mina, yeah, as far as Chirakawa, but it's just I will get into that later, but I guess we're both going to Mariah May. We don't want to waste too much time on the 0 hours. Not really.
Mariah Stratton.
We'll go with Mariah May. Second match of the night. This one was kind of a random throw-in, but I think it's just kind of buying time for the delayed match of Willow versus Chris Statlander. But we have Willow Nightingale and Tom Nakano versus Chris Statlander and Momo Watanabe. I don't know how this match came about, but I don't know who needs this match more. I assume Chris Statlander needs this to kind of build and add to the feud to Willow. But I guess I'll go with Chris Statlander. There's no odds at the moment, but who you got on this one?
As much as I love Willow, and I'm glad she's on the card as Chris Statlander can win this. She's the one who just turned heel. You can't just start beating the shit out of her like you're doing. What's his name? That's with Don Callis now. Trent Beretta. You can't just have her getting her ass kicked every time. So I think that she's gonna win here, and then Willow's gonna win at the singles match when they eventually have one.
Yeah, I think that's down the road, probably to. God, what's the next pay-per-view they got? I don't even know if they even have one. Actually, no. I heard that the next coming Wednesday, July 3rd, Willow and Chris are going to have their one-on-one match. So I guess that's just a singles match on Dynamite.
Is it going to be like a named Dynamite, or is it just a regular Dynamite?
I think it's one of those beach break ones or whatever.
Oh, I got you.
Even though it's summer, but whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I guess I'll go with Statlander, and you said you're going with Chris Statlander and Momo.
Yeah,
I don't even know these two chicks.
All in.
Yeah. Well, that's in
August 25th.
Late August.
Yeah,
we're still 2 months away.
Yeah, but it doesn't say anything for July.
I guess.
I'm looking at it. I'm
No,
looking at
July
it.
3rd. July 3rd is if you look at Beach Break, I think I saw it's also the
Yeah, no,
same.
I meant an actual pay-per-view.
Oh, I see. Yeah. That's in Wembley, but anyway, I guess yeah, nothing to add here. Other than these two other females, I don't know who they are, or where they came from, or how good they are. I assume they're talented, but probably from Stardom. But forgive me for not being familiar with these two women. Whoever watches that are Stardom fans, apologies, but I don't care. Moving on to the third match of someone that's probably is way more interesting. I don't think belongs in the 0 hour. We have a trios match. This one is a very unique and interesting match. We have as far as uh, the Ingubers or the Ingobernables of the Japón, Yota Tsuji, Titan, and Takahashi going against the Lucha Brothers and Mystico. The reason why this is so interesting is because there's been a long, heated rivalry between AAA or AAA and CML. And it's very interesting to have as far as CML and AAA wrestlers tag team together. This is kind of equivalent to how I guess you could say WWE and AEW, but just a longer as far as rivalry. But this is like a big deal in my opinion. Even some of the Spanish wrestlers kind of were really surprised about this one. But I'm going with the Lucha Brothers and Mystico to win this match for the final match of 0 hour. Who you got in this one?
I really don't know. This is just one of those matches where I don't know. I look at the card and I think that, you know, the Forbidden Door has to be kind of equal when it comes to wins.
Mm-hmm.
So where the outsiders out the the companies outside of AEW, where are they going to get their wins at? So I'm guessing that uh, I guess I'll go with the Lucha Brothers and Mystico.
If
Uh,
there's anything to it, I think this is the only match that CML wrestler can win. Everything else is
yeah,
no chance.
that's what I was thinking myself. So I'm like, yeah, maybe, yeah, fuck it. I'll go with the Lucha Brothers and Mystico.
Interesting fact. I think if you guys have not seen it, go on Twitter and watch Hiromu Takahashi. He was the one who actually issued the challenge to Death Triangle. He said like the Lucha Brothers and Pac, and like we'll challenge you guys. But then I think Penta was like, no. By the way, Penta, best buddy with Dr. Disrespect, but no longer. Anyway, that's a different story. Penta said, no, we got a different guy for you. We have Mystico, and Takahashi pretty much just freaked out on that because there was actually, I think a week or two ago, was Fantastic Mania with CML. It was Takahashi against Mystico for the main event, and Mystico submitted Takahashi, and that was an incredible match. But that was just a really good like genuine reaction he had to Mystical being inserted because he knew how big that was that AAA guys were teaming up with the CML guys. But I think this should have been in the main card. I think this is something they should have put on the pay-per-view. In my opinion, they should have swapped this one for the Jericho match. In my opinion, but that's just me.
Yeah, let's not bring that guy up again.
Well, funny you said that. As far as anything, they have not added any of the matches. I hope they don't. If they don't, we're doing this on a Friday night.
I'm not talking about Jericho. I'm talking about the other guy.
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll move on to the main card. All right. Moving on to the main card. First match tonight. This one has not been yet announced, but we do have the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho with Big Bill, and Jeff Cobb, who is being inserted for Brian Keith, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Brown haired Keith. I think his arm was in a sling. He was hurt. I don't know what his injury is, but Jeff Cobb is now being inserted into the match, going against Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata. I think Jericho last week on Dynamite was gonna insert Minoru Suzuki to fill in for Brian Keith, but Suzuki was more interested in challenging Jericho, and then we just kind of just glossed over that and went for this match instead. So
I don't know what happened there. That was weird.
That was really odd, and I don't know. I honestly, I don't even know who's going to win this one. I don't know who needs it more. I assume Jericho needs it to kind of continue the feud against Shibata, Joe, and Hook, but I'm kind of mixed on the whole Jericho thing. The Learning Tree was okay. I like the gimmick of him trying to be the stereotypical like old wrestler, like him quoting CM Punk saying I'm here to help out the younger guys, which CM Punk was obviously full of shit. The same thing with using the line quote from Hulk Hogan, that doesn't work for me, brother. Like that I love, but he is getting older. It's getting worse for Jericho. I know Bryan Danson's talking about as far as retiring. I think it's time for Jericho to start considering that. He's almost second to the only person that's more done than Chris Jericho is probably Joe Biden, but that's for a different story. But I don't know. I know you've already, as far as stated,
I
like you
don't
don't want to see
care.
Jericho anymore, and I'll let you go ahead and pick who you got.
Care. I don't care. Because who's gonna take the pin in Joe's team? Who? You pinning Hook?
Shibata,
Or you pin? So who's gonna get the pin on Shibata?
probably Jericho.
Uh,
Yeah, exactly for the Heat, brother.
oh, fuck off.
But he's getting
Uh,
some heat though. He is getting a response, so it is working. I'll give him that. He knows how to
I'd rather
reinvent
see
himself.
Jeff Jarrett.
I, you know what? That's for another story. But
I'd rather see Jeff
I,
Jarrett.
I'm,
I, I liked Chris Jericho at one point. I'm tired of Chris Jericho
yeah,
at
I'm
this.
kind of getting there with the other two. So we'll
Nope,
see.
I'm not Jericho. I don't
Okay,
care.
so I'll pick Jericho and deal with the
Picking,
undecided. So we'll move on
I'm
to the next. We'll move
picking
on
up.
to the next real match. But unless you have anything inserted with Jericho.
No.
Okay, moving on. Next match here. This one was kind of also like a random throw in. We have the Acclaimed teaming up with I look like a crackhead Tanahashi, going against the Elite, the Young Bucks, and
He's gonna punch you in the face. Shit.
not before I knock out his tooth, but anyway,
Okay.
but he's just we have the Elite with Okada. I mean, can I just say Okada has probably been the best thing on Dynamite in my opinion. With I love the fact that the fans. I mean, he's probably the worst heel of all time. The fans don't want to boo him. I don't want to boo him. I love Okada. He is kind of playing up the stereotypical Japanese guy, but
Shut up,
yeah,
bitches.
exactly that. And also when fans were chanting CM Punk, like he pretty much say, "Hey, shut up, bitches!" And the fans just turned and just started
I think
rooting
I'm
for
gonna get that
Okada.
skirt.
Fantastic, just. But this overall, like, there's no odds for this match. None of the matches, as far as listed, have had odds. I guess the odd makers don't care either. But I'm gonna go with the Elite. I think the Elite need this win here more than the Acclaim. I think probably Tanahashi will probably take the pin probably from Okada. And for whatever reason, we're probably gonna continue this feud with the Acclaim against the Elite. But I'll go with the Elite. Who you got?
I'm going with the Elite. I don't think that the story has been good. All that good with them. I do like Okada, and I'm I'm tired of the Acclaimed. I'm bored with them at this point. They haven't done anything interesting for a while. They were okay when they had the tag team championships. I didn't enjoy their trios run. I don't know why they were the Scissor Gang Bang, all of that
Yeah,
bullshit. So I don't think that right now there's anything for them. I think they're just keeping them relevant and on TV with this match.
I mean,
Go
kudos
with
to the
the
Acclaim finally showing up on the main card, no longer being on the freaking buy-in. But yeah, I'm with you, man. I think they kind of stalled out. Like they're not doing anything with the Acclaim. I don't know what's gonna happen with Daddy Ass and them, but yeah, I'm getting kind of tired of them. I don't know if anyone's like noticed, but Max Caster hasn't really done his raps lately anymore.
nope.
But I guess
That's not interesting.
yeah, it's
Well,
not.
in
He
my
just played
opinion,
himself.
I'm sure that people, are still
It's
rocking with
played out. It's heavily
me.
played out.
At this point, I'm good.
So I guess we'll both go with the Elite and move on to the next match. Next match we have on the card, we have the AEW Women's World Champion Timeless Toni Storm going against Mina Shirakawa. Both are competing against the custody rights of Mariah May or Tiffany Stratton. Man, I mean, this is the first match I do have odds on. Toni Storm is a minus 1,500 favorite, with Shirakawa being a plus 600 dog. There's no way Toni Storm's losing this match. They're probably going to set her up to face Mariah May at Wembley for All In, but the build up for this has been such a weak and weird build up. I mean, honestly, to me, you could just mute the match or just go use a bathroom break and not miss much. But I'll probably just watch this on mute and not just watch the two women wrestle. Mina
I'm
Shirakawa is
surprised
a
you haven't
cutie.
enjoyed
She's a
the two
great
women
wrestler.
kissing.
Huh?
I'm surprised you haven't enjoyed the two women kissing in this.
I mean, I mean, it's kind of weird, bro, with the champagne thing, and then Mina just kind of like smashing the champagne bottle on Mariah May, and apparently Mariah May is fine enough to wrestle and compete. I guess she didn't have a concussion, but This has been such a weird build up that I just kind of don't care so much. I'm kind of over it. Like, no one really thinks Tony Storm's gonna lose, so I'll go with Tony Storm. But who you got on this one, if I should ask?
I'm gonna go with Tony Storm and Mariah Stratton on a pole match.
Yes.
That's pretty much what this is. Mariah Stratton straddling the pole match. That's what this is right here. Yeah, no, Mina's not winning this.
I mean, I would have loved if they had played up to the match if they did do that. Yeah, huh?
I said no, I wouldn't mind seeing her win and having this title, but I don't. She's not winning.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see Mina Shirakawa. I mean, Mina's a very talented wrestler. I mean, she's very pretty. She's eye candy, but she's a fantastic talent. Very charismatic. Her English isn't too bad, but yeah.
Yeah, no, she was funny on AEW.
I did see that. She was actually adorable. She's a sweetheart. I can tell, but that's a shame she's gonna lose on this one. But I mean, honestly, there's really nothing more else to talk about unless you want to add anything else.
No.
Okay, moving on to the next match. This one, huh?
I said Tony's had the title for a while, and she's not losing it here.
No, for sure. We'll discuss that back in late August, so we'll talk about that. But next match on the card, this one has the highest odds favored, but I'm actually looking forward to it. We have MJF going against Hechicero. MJF being a minus 5,000 favorite against Hechicero being a plus 1,200 dog. I mean, me and you saw the debut of Hechicero on Collision. He is fantastic. That match with him and Danielson, we were both shocked. Like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, I had no clue.
And literally, we know that like this was the kind of like how CML wrestlers are, how good they are. And he pretty much he set off a really great impression. And I assume MJF was okay with this match. I think these two are probably may have a sneaky match that's really, really good where the crowd will be right behind MJF. But man,
well, the crowd is behind Hechicero also. I think he's very agile for a big man.
Yeah, for sure. The guy is real stocky.
He reminds me of he's like a smaller Keith Lee.
That's a great like a Mexican Keith Lee.
Yeah, he's a bigger dude, but he's super strong and can do a whole lot of flippy moves. And his balance is crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know how old he is.
I don't know, don't care. He's just one of those. He's one of the CMLL guys that I really like watching.
Yeah, well, real quick before we get into more Hechicero, I want to add more on him. MJF is the biggest favorite to win this one. I'm picking MJF. I'm guessing Dee's going to pick MJF, but it's just overall, I think Hechicero he is going to be. I think they're going to probably. If Swerve and Ospreay don't have the match tonight, I think they could steal the night. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, I can see it. Just because Hechicero is really good.
Yeah. Like,
he's surprisingly good.
Yeah. I think even Danielson was surprised, judging by the look on his face.
Yeah, he is, deceptively good. Like, I didn't know much about CMLL guys when they started debuting on AEW, but watching him, he really got me interested. He's excellent. He's one of those guys that I definitely wouldn't mind watching or actually winning in AEW. I wouldn't mind seeing him a couple of matches.
He is. I think that's why we kind of went with the Mystico and Lucha Brothers, but I'm still anticipating. Like I think the near falls are going to be ridiculous, but I think MJF will do his best to try to make. I don't know why I get the feeling. I think MJF will probably try to sell for him as much as possible and make it as close as possible. But no one really believes MJF's going to lose that match.
Yeah, no, hell no.
Yeah, they're obviously going to set up MJF against Will Ospreay at Wembley. So we'll see what happens. But anything else you want to add on this one?
Hechicero is awesome, bro.
He is fucking awesome. All right, moving on to the next match. This one I think should be a little bit better than the other women's title. The TBS champion Mercedes Moné going against the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Champion Stephanie Vaquero.
I'm looking forward.
This actually should be good. I think when Stephanie stepped foot on the stage, me and you kind of could tell like she had some sort of aura or presence to her.
She has a presence.
And I'm like, yeah, I can feel like she might have a really decent match with Mercedes. Hopefully, I'm correct, and I think Mercedes is going to be looking to make this like a lucha style match, but I just hope they have a decent match and a decent showcasing. But I think it's title for title, right?
Oh yes,
Okay.
that's what it's. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give you the odds. Mercedes Monet is actually a minus 2,000 favorite, 70 for Kier,
Oh yeah,
plus
she's gonna
700.
win.
Yeah, there's no way. I think New Japan prefers Mercedes be their champion, and I think Mercedes is okay with being the New Japan Strong Women's Champion as well. She can kind of showcase herself to go back into Japan. I think she wants to go to Japan, but
I hope this brings Stephanie into AEW more though,
I mean,
because from all of the highlights that I've seen of her, she's really good.
oh yeah, she looks good.
And
That's
like
for sure.
she looks like a star. Jesus, bro, she looks like a star. So
Yes, she does.
I'm definitely here.
Yeah.
See what she's gonna do.
Oh yeah, I'm digging the Queen of the Undead look for sure. But no, all kidding aside, I think I did see some highlights of her, and she definitely looks impressive. But I just hope these women can stay healthy for the love of God. Mercedes, like last time she had the belt, she actually broke her ankle, I think. But
Well, she didn't have the belt yet. They were fighting for the title.
were they?
Yeah, it was to be the inaugural title. The
Ah,
inaugural.
okay. Well, that was with her and Willow, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I guess that's for. Well, I guess yeah, that's. I really have nothing else to add. If you want to add.
No, I'm looking forward to seeing this match. It's one of those ones I'm actually am looking forward to.
Okay, should be a decent showcase. Now, moving on to the next match. This one, we do have the final competitor for the TNT Championship ladder match. This one was for the vacant TNT title that we had Adam Copeland vacated after him breaking his. I think he broke his foot, right? I think.
Yeah.
He should have just. He should have.
Well, was it his foot? I don't know.
It was a leg injury, but he's out for a while.
Oh yeah, he's out for a good while.
Yeah, but
Fucking
I mean, I don't get what he's doing, but they
told you
were
Christian is better.
who? Oh, Christian.
I told you Christian is better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm with you, bro. I'm not gonna fight you on Christian. I love Christian, but he's everyone's favorite father. This match, the TNT Championship ladder match, we have the competitors Dante Martin, knock on what he stays healthy, Mark Briscoe, the ROH World Champion, Konosuke Takeshita, Jack Perry, Leo Rush, and the last competitor is El Fantasmo. He actually just got announced tonight. That's why I don't have the graphic in there. Jack Perry is the heavy favorite to win this one. I think he was like a plus minus 500 favorite. He should win this one. I mean, it's a shame because I know you're gonna. I'm gonna let you say what you're gonna say, but my one beef with this match is this is kind of a waste because Mark Briscoe. Why are you in this match? You're the ROH World Champion. That just tells me they don't value the ROH World Championship as much as the TNT title. But that's just my opinion. But who you got in this one?
Kessler. Why? I don't understand why they're wasting this man. They're doing absolutely nothing with him. He should be the one to win this match right here. It should be Takeshita all the way. I get it's going to be Jack Perry, and that's what I'm going for. Because I get the story that they're telling with the Elite. But I don't understand what they're doing with Takeshita. Like, he's a star. He's a legit star. He needs to just go to New Japan and be the face of New Japan for a while. Because this is ridiculous.
Well, funny you say that.
Don Callis story, and they're not doing anything with him there. They had him beat Kenny Omega and do all of this stuff. He's been a star in every match that he's been in. I mean, he's had great matches with with everybody he's been in the ring with. Haven't seen the man have a bad match yet. He even you remember that match when he forgave Ishii that forearm?
Yeah, last year's Forbidden
Door.
Door.
Like he was dead.
Yes, I thought he did kill him.
Like, what the fuck? What are we doing with this guy? And I get it. Jack Perry's coming back, but give him a title somewhere. Like, the fuck are we doing, bro?
Well, funny you say that because I think you kind of alluded to him. He should go to New Japan. He will be in the G1. Yeah. So I hope he just smashes those idiots. I think he just kills a bunch of blokes in there. But yeah, I agree with you. They've kind of floundered on Takeshita. I don't know what they're doing with him, but I mean, we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. But we'll both take Jack Perry.
They need to have him coming out in his leather jacket, looking like a fucking star like he did, and just beating the shit out of everybody. That's it. What's so hard about that?
Referring to Takeshita.
Yes.
I don't know why I thought you were talking about Jack Perry. He's going to come out the 9021 9021 song.
That would be awesome, though. That would be fucking funny.
Probably coming with Anna J too, bro. My man needs a little more. God damn, Anna J was looking. Anyway, um, anything else you want to add to the TNT ladder match? Any thoughts on Mark Briscoe?
I don't understand why the ROH champion wants the TNT title. What are we doing? Why not just close down fucking ROH?
Yeah.
You're not doing anything with it. Athena's been a champion for God knows how long. Mark Briscoe has the title, and he doesn't even care that he's the champion. He wants the TNT championship. Just what are we doing with ROH? I don't get it.
Funny you bring up Athena. I think I saw her earlier. She was on
Hurt.
crutches.
Yeah,
She's
hurt.
she has to vacate the title. I think.
I don't know.
That doesn't matter. Anyway,
Doesn't it really doesn't
shut it down.
Do not
Shout out,
care.
All right, moving on to the next match. This one, I'm like whatever on this one. This one we have Orange Cassidy going against Zack Sabre Jr. No title on the line. I think Zack Sabre Jr. is a minus 450 favorite. Orange Cassidy being a plus 275 dog. I mean, this build-up has been kind of since like a year or so. Since last year, I think they had a four-way with Takeshita. And who was the other one? No, not Takeshita. Danny Garcia and Shibata. And
oh, yes.
And I think who won that match?
Didn't Orange Cassidy win it? Because it was for his title. It was for the international championship.
Oh, was it? Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it was him. Okay. But, yeah, no, I don't care for this match. I think Zack Sabre is going to tear apart Orange Cassidy. And Orange Cassidy has cooled off tremendously. I don't even know what they're going to do with this man, but I got Zack Sabre Jr. Who you got?
I got Zack Sabre Jr., but I don't think it's Cassidy's fault. I just think that it's the feud that they put him in with Trent, because they're not doing anything with either one. And I don't think anybody really cares. I don't think that people care about Trent.
No.
And I think that that's the problem of why this feud with him and Orange Cassidy just didn't go anywhere, because they never took the time to build up the best friends, which they should have.
Well, I mean,
and Trent is a good wrestler, but they haven't done anything with him to make you care about him being a good wrestler
or care about the feud, because Orange is beating Trent.
Yeah, pretty much. Then he quit. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't fucking know, bro.
Anyway, yeah, not much else.
He knows the people that I like and just kicks me in the dick. I don't know what the hell is going on.
All right. Nothing else to add. I guess I'll move on to the next match. Next match, this one I am more interested in. We have Bryan Danielson going against Shingo Takagi in the Owen Hart Foundation Men's Qualifier Tournament. This is for the quarterfinal. Man, when I saw this match was announced, I was like, holy shit, this is going to be a great match. It'd probably be a physical match, too. But
it's going to be hard-hitting.
Oh, absolutely. Danielson is a minus 1,500 favorite. Shingo Takagi a plus 600 dog. I mean, I think Danielson is probably is going to win this and probably the favorite to win the Owen Hart Cup, Owen Hart Foundation Cup. And I'll get to your thoughts as far as the Owen Hart Foundation match itself, but I'll go with Danielson. Who you got?
Oh yeah, Danielson for sure.
Okay.
This one is an easy one. This one should be a lock of the night. Shit.
I do have a lock, but it's for the main event. So, I don't want to gloss over the Owen Hart Foundation as far as tournament. I believe July 3rd we do have Jeff Jarrett is wrestling a wild card. The Elite have already said they're going to insert one of their guys, and it's likely Hangman, and I don't get that. If anyone has not seen that unbelievable promo of Jeff Jarrett, like pouring his heart out for Owen Hart, it was a 9-minute uncut video on YouTube. If you get a chance to watch it. Just unbelievable. That definitely, it was kind of a condensed version of when Jeff Jarrett talked about it on his podcast with Conrad Thompson. That was such a hard thing to listen to. And it really got to me when I heard it about a year ago. And I think you actually got the condensed version of it and you saw it, but I guess your thoughts on the Jeff Jarrett promo?
Oh, that wasn't even a promo. That was just somebody just pouring their heart out, man. I was sitting there at work, doing my paperwork, listening to that, just like, damn. He had me all choked up, like I sent to the message after I listened to it. I don't know if I want him to win, but I damn sure want to see him, win the whole thing. But I want to see him go far in the tournament.
Yeah.
I want to see him, like really, really have some good matches in Owen's memory and dedicate him to Owen because that promo or that pouring out of his soul was just it was like damn, bro. Like you could feel his
Oh
pain.
yeah.
And then when he started crying, it was just like, damn, man. When he was talking about how Owen built his house, and after that, with the unfortunate pay per view in which he passed away, he was
Yeah.
gonna go back and actually get to stay in it, and he never got the chance, and he started crying. And then when he talked about how Owen ribbed him by taking his wife
Oh,
on the same day 1 year later, it was just
May
like Jesus
23rd. Yeah.
Christ, bro. Like this is awful. This is
Yeah.
hard to listen to.
Bro, if that wasn't a babyface promo, I don't know what was, but it's such a shame because if it wasn't for this, like as far as Owen Hart Foundation match or tournament wasn't for a shot at the title, I would have
Yeah.
just had Jeff
Owen,
Jarrett win it.
yeah, Jeff should definitely win if it wasn't up for a title shot.
I, I mean, I was calling for this since last year. I mean, so,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I was on that weird love for Jeff Jarrett from a year ago, but I mean, God, man, I feel so bad. Like, and honestly, it's probably gonna be Hangman that Jeff Jarrett's wrestling on July 3rd, and that's so stupid. People are saying that it's likely gonna be Hangman that wins it, and Hangman's gonna be inserted into Blood and Guts and probably gonna challenge Swerve, and just have Swerve beat him for the 4th time, which is just fucking stupid and just dumb booking. But
Yeah, I'm over that feud.
I'm like, why? But anyway, I could rant about that for minutes on end, but I just I don't. Yeah. Anyway, we're both going with Brian Danielson. Nothing else to add, unless you want to add anything
Yes,
else.
sir. No,
All right.
be a good match.
Moving on to the next match. This one is the IWG World Heavyweight Champion John Moxley going against Tetsuya Naito. I think this was like one of the first early matches were announced. I was heavily favoring John Moxley. You actually had a take. I'll let you first pick who you got.
I'm going for Naito. There ain't too many wins that can come from, New Japan or CMLL or any of them. And there's not going to be any other titles, in my opinion, that switch hands. So you have to go with Naito here. It's on a big stage. I don't think you've had a New Japan guy win the title at Forbidden Door
No.
or have this kind of situation. I don't really think you've had too many titles change hands at Forbidden Door, and this is the one time where you can have it happen, have it make sense, and have it that be somebody that people like. A good match between two good guys, good wrestlers, and yeah, I think this is that one where you say, okay, New Japan got a big win on Forbidden Door.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've been saying that since I saw this match announced that Naito was gonna probably win this.
And I thought I pretty much kind of scoffed at you when you said that. I was like, "What, John
Yes,
over
you did.
Moxley?" And yeah, you remember? I think I was like, you called that 2 weeks ago. And this past week, the odd makers came out and they agreed with you. They have Naito as a minus 300 favorite, Moxley a plus 300 dog.
Damn straight.
I think, and then the nail in the coffin was Brian Alvarez picking Naito as well. So I guess I'll go with Naito. It makes sense. So
Oh,
I'm kind
look
of
who comes to my side.
I'm flip flopping here. Yeah, shamelessly
Oh.
backpedaling here, but um,
Well, so when I say it, it don't mean shit, but Alvarez says it, and now all of a sudden that's the holy grail.
no,
Fuck you.
it's. But honestly, like the odd makers though, like they kind of that kind of swayed me. I was like really surprised, but it made sense. Like they got to get some New Japan guys to win, and it kind of makes sense. So I will go with Naito on this one. I don't know what's gonna happen next. The BCC's kind of floundering too. I don't know what they're gonna do with them. I think there's something going on with Cesaro. God, I can't remember. Claudio. It's just I don't know. Something's gonna happen with him and Danielson, but I feel like the BCC, like the final days are kind of numbered for them. I think they're gonna break up soon. That's just my opinion, but I got nothing else to add.
Whatever. Don't change the story. Don't change the topic.
Okay.
When Alvarez says it, that's when you care. When I say it, as soon as we talk about it, the first thing you stood me down. Really? Over Moxley? How's he gonna win over Moxley? How fucking dare you, bro? That's some bullshit.
Okay, I'll give you credit for that. You call a lot of things out, man, before it catches heat. So I'll give you that. You see shit coming. So
It's bad because you sit there and you stare me down, but as soon as Alvarez and the
get out of here. God.
odds makers change it. They say, "Oh no, it should be Naito." Now you're like,
Well,
Well,
I mean,
if you
maybe
think about it,
if
it
there's
should
any
be Naito.
incentive, Meltzer also picked Naito, so I'm like, whatever. Anyway. All right, well, I got nothing else to add unless you want to add anything else.
Justin D.
All
That's
right,
all I'm
moving on to the main event. Main event time. We have the AEW World Heavyweight Champ or the AEW World Championship on the line. We have the AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland going against the AEW International Champion Will Ospreay. Odds on this one are a lot further than I thought. Swerve is a minus 800 favorite against Ospreay, a plus 425 dog. It's like the first time Ospreay's ever been a dog in a long time, but I think we were kind of not sure who was going to win at first because you said at one point that when Ospreay loses, that will be a big loss. But I think a lot of things had to come together for me to see it. I'm going to go with Swerve as the lock of the night. The lock of the night ties in with the Don Callis family. As soon as Swerve...
Also, to be fair, when I said that, I did not think that they were going to have these two fight this quickly.
Yeah, that too.
I thought that when he lost, it was going to be well down the road
at Wembley
on some other shit. Well, I don't know whether it was going to be Wembley or not. I just didn't think it was going to be this quickly. Because I didn't think that they were going to have him challenge for the title this quickly. Especially being the international champion.
I thought Will was going to challenge for the title at Wembley and win in his home country, but that was just... I thought that was just like...
I didn't think he was going to win. I thought he was going to challenge. I didn't think he was going to win. But again, this is before he got the international championship also.
Yeah, true. And that was kind of weird, but I don't know. It's just, I'm picking Swerve Strickland. Who you got in here this one?
Oh, I got Swerve. I don't think that it's time to take it off of Swerve. He just got the championship. And I mean, Will Ospreay has the international championship. So he really doesn't need the world championship right now. And to win it here really doesn't mean anything. So I'm going to go with Swerve. I don't see why you would take the title off of him just yet. There's still a lot of legs to his story. And he's still, the crowd is still behind him. It just doesn't make sense to take the title off of him.
Okay. And this is what I was going to get to. My question for you is, like, we both agree Swerve will win, but will he win clean?
I think it'll be somebody trying to help Swerve. I think if he does lose, if it's somebody who interferes, it'll be more so trying to cost Will the championship over trying to help Swerve win.
True. I agree with you, and that's my lock line. I believe Swerve will win via interference from the Don Callis family, more to screw Will Ospreay than to win to help Swerve Strickland. But that'll be my lock of the night for sure. I think that's gonna happen. That makes the most sense to me. I think that protects Will, that keeps Swerve the champion for now. But I think these two men are likely to have different opponents by Wembley for All In. I think the rumored opponent for Swerve at Wembley is Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, I would think so.
Will Ospreay, I think they kind of hinted MJF at Wembley, but both should be great matches. I'm actually inclined to actually pick Danielson to win and probably drop it back to Swerve when he retires or is gonna retire. That's just my opinion. Any thoughts on the main event before I move on to the next thing?
No, I just think that I'm still surprised that they're doing Swerve and Ospreay so early.
Yeah, I thought this was too early.
That is really a surprise to me. I thought that you could have probably had Ospreay fight somebody else and defend his championship, but I mean, it is Tony Khan and he's a weird dude, so anything can happen with him.
Well, I think they kind of do the same thing that UFC does. Like sometimes some fights get brought up too quickly, in my opinion, in the UFC as well. But man, they put on some bangers every damn month. So that's just me. But I guess the last point I do want to bring up here, and I'll ask you for this. Lately, there's been as far as rumors of Shane McMahon possibly as far as getting in talks with AEW wrestlers. The idea of him actually being in AEW is something else. I didn't think it was going to happen until Tony Khan opened his mouth and said he's never met Shane McMahon, but he'd be open to the idea to have him cross over. Now, my question to you is, when do you think the real Forbidden Door will open between a crossover with AEW and WWE? I was gonna ask as far as probability, but you think probably is higher. But when do you think that would happen, and the probability chance?
If I know, I don't know when that'll happen. I mean, I
Just take a
guess
guess.
whenever they're both hot enough in the knee in the there's an opportunity for it to happen where both companies can benefit. Like when you ask me the probability, I do think it's 50-50 that it happens. When? I don't know.
With
I don't think anytime soon,
how
but I
about
think that
over under 4.5 or over?
what years?
Yes.
Uh, I, I would say maybe under.
Sounds like kind of
Maybe
like not too far. It sounds far, but it's not too far. But I
it's
think,
not. And with them using TNA people, and it seems like WWE is open to working with New Japan.
mm-hmm.
I can't say it's out of the realm of possibilities. You know, I so I
Yeah.
think it's gonna happen at some point.
I think the thing that happened with CML and AAA is a big thing. I think a McMahon, the possibility of him being in bed with AEW is kind of interesting. That opens up quite a bit of doors. But I think I thought the chances of that happening would be probably less than 5%. But when you said about 50, that was really surprising. I think there's a high probability of this happening. I think when that day happens, I think that's going to be the real forbidden door that happens, and I think all his wrestling fans would be. Well, that's a day to celebrate. I think that's a day that I think I'll never see. But hopefully they just do it better than what they did with WCW and WWE. But that's just me.
See, I just think that because it's a new era in wrestling. You have Triple H and you have Tony Khan who are more so wrestling just fans. I think that because it's them, they'd be willing to, do it because I don't think that they would
Mm-hmm.
screw each other over because there's a lot of money to be made in a crossover,
Oh yeah,
especially if done right.
yeah. It
So
it can be done because I've seen impossible feuds happen. One being when Manny Pacquiao, who was being represented by HBO, and Floyd Mayweather being represented by Showtime. That was such a unique concept they came up with. They have both announcers from both different networks. That was such a cool event too. With the fight, I thought that was never going to happen, and it actually ended up happening. But I mean, that'd be really really cool if this happens. But you never
I
know.
think what you also see is I think it would probably start with AEW wrestlers in the Royal Rumble
Oh, that would be.
or WWE wrestlers in the Casino Battle Royale.
You
And
could
as
just
long
throw
as
some
they don't,
jobbers in there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it doesn't have to be anybody, big. I don't think
Yeah.
they would use anybody who's a money maker like
Yeah.
that or a needle mover. I think they would probably use somebody who's
Mm-hmm.
just there, who's good enough to draw attention and people to recognize. Like maybe
Yeah.
maybe a Rey Mysterio because he's
Man.
familiar with them or something like that. And I mean with having Cody and I think people like that
Mm-hmm.
who know who they have, especially if Shane does somehow get into AEW. You've had so much back and forth when it comes to production and behind the scenes people. I
Mm-hmm.
can easily see it happening.
Yeah. And I think
So,
you brought up a great point in the Royal Rumble because this past Rumble they had a TNA Women's Champion show up there.
yeah, and she did well. And
Mm-hmm.
she was just in NXT.
Yep.
You had Joe Hendry,
On NXT.
you
Yep.
know. So I mean, and Kazarian. So I mean, yeah, I can see it happening. I don't know how soon, but I can definitely see it being something like the. I don't see it being like a big time pay per view or anything like that, like a singles match or something like that. But I can definitely see it being like a Royal Rumble or a Casino Battle Royale.
I mean, I would make it a pay per view and try to get both companies get paid. Make it happen. We'll see. We'll see if Triple H is real about. We'll see if he's truly about his word about saying what's best for business. But yeah, we'll see. I guess closing thoughts here as far as the final thoughts. I mean, I think this card for Forbidden Door should be decent. I don't know if it's the best card of the past 3 years, but I'm somewhat looking forward to it. They have some decent matches overall. Any takeaways from as far as Forbidden Door that you're looking forward to?
Just a few matches, like I said. I'm looking forward to the TBS Championship match. I'm looking forward to the Takagi Danielson.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Hachicero and GF.
yeah, ZSJ and Orange Cassidy. So I mean, there's a few matches that I think will be good. I'm definitely looking forward to Swerve and Osprey,
Oh yeah.
especially after what happened on Dynamite. So I'm just looking to see what happens. Hopefully, and I'm hoping that there's some surprises. I'm hoping we get surprised somewhere along the way.
Maybe we
You
get
know,
Shane
like maybe
McMahon to
it's a
come in.
Kessler winning a champ. No, maybe it's a Kessler winning a championship
Oh, let's
or
see.
Jericho
Upsets.
retiring or something like that.
One can only hope. I mean, I'm looking forward to the Mystico Lucha Brothers match against Ingrid Ramirez
Yeah.
Cup one, but yeah, it should be good. I don't know if they're gonna add any more matches. I don't think they need to, because for the love of God, we don't want to stay up till midnight watching this shit.
Yeah, no, I got to go to work. In the morning.
But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. The last thing I do want to add is UFC 303 is on Saturday, June 29th. For those who want to watch, it's a fantastic weekend of sports overall, as far as your combat sports or wrestling. Check it out. I think Alex Bejeda is going against Jerry. Me and Dee and a bunch of our co-buddies are going to watch those on the watch along. So if you guys can watch whatever you want, watch with friends. It's always better with friends. But yeah, bro, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the pay-per-views coming up. For All In, All Out, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam. We'll try to get those done and do at least 200 prediction shows. I don't know if we'll do recaps. It's kind of time constraints. It's kind of tough. But any last words?
Buy this shirt.
Huh?
I'm gonna buy this shirt.
Buy who shirt?
Yo, Okada, shut up, bitches.
All right, well, that's it. Well, on that note, that's it. Thanks, everyone, for listening. For D, I am Ray. We'll be back later, everyone.
Peace. Yep, I think I'm gonna buy this shirt.
God damn it, you
Mm-hmm.